How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with... This is going to be a fun one. And I'll let you know why. In the form of Uerige's Doppelsticke. Doppelsticke? Doppelsticke. We're going to say Doppelsticke. This is a... basically like a doppled version of an Altbier. This comes from Uerige Brewing, product of Germany. It's 8.5% alcohol by volume. Nothing in the back, and it is a 2018 bottle. Okay. Why am I reviewing this? Well, it's beer, for one. Number two, I saw this on a shelf at my local bottle shop here in Jersey, and I go, man, I have not had this beer in a while. I love this beer. Why am I not getting this beer? And then I get home. It's been sitting in my fridge for about a week or so, and I'm like, why am I not drinking this beer? And I'm like, you know what? Let me re-review it, because I love it. I reviewed it forever ago. I'm like, I'm just going to re-review it to see if I still love it. Yeah. I look online, nothing. I know I fucking reviewed this beer. I know it. I know for a fact I reviewed it. Can't find it. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Maybe I remember reviewing it and I accidentally deleted it or I lost it because I've had a couple hard drive failures. And then I said, let me look in the archives. That's right. There's a massive beers archives of beer reviews that I have never posted. There's probably like 50 or 60 of them in there. And there's no rhyme or reason to why I didn't post them. And it's in there. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. I reviewed it. I don't know what the date was, but it was 2015, sometime in 2015. And I'm going to post it along with this one. So it should be a fun little side-by-side. I didn't watch the video on purpose because I didn't want to influence myself as far as expression, as far as what my thoughts are on the beer. And I'm so far removed from it. Last time I had it was when I reviewed it, so 2015. I think it was in the middle of summer, actually. So yeah, it's going to be fun. You guys are going to get two of the same review. One from 2015, me, a little bit closer zoom, a little bit more svelte version of myself. You're going to get me. Today me, doing all the kind of things. You'll see the difference in the grayness of the beer. Back then, the beer definitely had a lot less gray. So yeah, let's dive into this sucker. Like I said, it's an alt beer, which isn't the most exciting of styles. But when you combine it with that kind of doubled kind of thing going on, then... could be something pretty awesome. I just remember really enjoying the shit out of the beer for a couple different reasons. One, I thought it was delicious. I can remember thinking it was delicious. And two, look at that bottle, man. I know I talk about the bottle in there because I love it. Something about flip tops always get me kind of like a little bit overly excited, but even the shape of this bottle, the whole nine, yeah. That's what I want it to look like. I mean, you're talking about a double alt beer. You're kind of flirting in the same realm as a double bock, but it's an alt beer as opposed to a bock. That looks like delicious doo-doo water. Exactly what I want it to be. Soft little micron of a head on that sucker. Label-wise, like I said, labeled, whole nine. That's how I know the other one's even probably about the same. Rewind. Words are hard sometimes. This is 2018. I don't know when the bottle that I reviewed in 2015, how old that was. But knowing these beers, it probably is around the same time. I mean, this has got 2 years on it. It's got a nice little Merc ring on it. You guys aren't probably going to be able to see that. But that one probably had a couple years on it too, so I think we're still in the same wheelhouse. So yeah, looks all the part of what I expect from like a double bock, double alt beer. Let's see if I can get a nose. Oh my god, that smells so fucking good. All the dates and figs and raisins are on us. Listen, this is what I like some of my favorite old ales barley wines to really morph into over time. And this is only 2 years old. Just a skosh over because it looks at the two. No, it's not even over, I don't believe, because it's the 234th day of 2018 is when this is bottled. So this is actually, I can't do the math that quickly. This is not even, I don't think, it's not even 2 years old. Anyway, regardless, to get this level of figgy date raisinetty thing going on and a beer that's only 2 years old is absolutely fantastic. Chewy, sugar daddy, raisinetty, just richness. This is exactly where I like my Hardies, my Old Stocks, my JWLs, those kind of beers. This is where I like them to get. But usually that takes months, years, decades? Yeah, more like decades. I mean, honestly, a Hardee's for me doesn't really hit its stride until it gets about 10 years old. You know, you're starting to talk about 10 to 15 years old, they really get good. Old Stock's a little bit quicker. Usually they start to hit their stride maybe about 5 to 8 years. Kind of the same for JWLs, maybe 8 years, give or take, somewhere right around there. But this is here already. At least in the nose it is. So, rich date fig, sugar daddy, raisinets. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay. Still needs a little bit of time on it, though, in the taste. Because it does have that raisinetty, datey figgy thing going on. But there's a big bittering component to it. There's a tannic tea, like tea bag. Super tannic tea bag, like bittering to it. That I don't remember getting on the other one. So the other one might actually have a little bit more age on it. But it's not like offensive or anything like that. It's just that with how great that other one came off in my memory. I expected this one to be much the same. Silky mouthfeel, like super creamy, super silky. There's that date figgy raisinette thing is there, but it's much more muted than you'd expect based off of the nose. Really has a decently aggressive kind of tea-like bittering on it. I still really enjoy this beer. This is delicious. The nose absolutely trumps it for me. The nose is exactly what I like those barley wines to smell like, but it hasn't really gotten there in the taste. But you can tell it's going to get there eventually. So you're talking about 2 years on this bottle. I'm hoping, I'm guessing. Let me guess. Another 2 to 4 years on this bottle. So you're talking about 4 to 6 years. I'm assuming this bottle is going to kind of peak. So keep that in mind. And I think that's exactly where the old labels will chime in. When you go watch that other review I posted, the one I did in 2015, you'll see they had a purplish blue label on it as opposed to the white one. I think they changed that around 2016, 17. So if you just knee-jerk see one of those purple-blue labels, buy that shit. Because that is probably cash money, son. Yeah, absolutely tasty beer. Even with that, it's more of like me hoping it was something different. Because if I strip that preconceived notion, if I strip that pre-memory of what the beer was, and I go into this, I think I really enjoy it for what it is now more than what I hope it would be, because I enjoy that tannic bitterness. It doesn't come off ultra sharp, even though it's wide and aggressive. It's not super sharp, and it has this cool, really tea-like kind of component, like Lipton tea-like component to it. Like if you ever put like a wet tea bag in your tongue, it's kind of like that going on, but around this kind of sweet, kind of datey figgy maltiness that just works really well. So absolutely tasty beer. I remember it being a little bit more kind of rich, a little bit more barley wine-esque. But yeah, we'll see what's what. I'm going to have to go watch that video now before I post them. So there you go. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better double alt beers, Doppelsticks I've had as of late. You know what? It comes in second to itself from 5 years ago. Value and availability, I forget what I paid for this. I want to say I paid like $4, $4.99 for this maybe all day, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like, if you like barley wine, English style barley wine, those kind of beers, you want them on a slightly lower EBV level, 8.5%, but you want that kind of barley wine vibe, and you're not afraid of a little bit of that tea-like tannic stuff, at least in the newer bottles, then this will do you. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little Doppelsticke right now. See you next time. Cheers.